Welcome back to the channel. I'm Jay Malone, and today we're going to talk about this custom case for my Mavic Pro drone. If you like drones and photography and you're not already subscribed, please consider hitting that subscribe button. That way you won't miss a new video that I upload. Speaking of subscribing, I have an upcoming video about a $20 Mavic Pro bag. You don't want to miss that one. Let's jump into the video. A few weeks ago, or about a month ago, I uploaded a video with my review and my opinions about the Mavic Pro bag from DJI. As you can see, there's a size difference between the two, but this DJI bag has its flaws and I express my opinions about them. If you haven't already watched that video, click this card up here in the top corner. That way you can see my opinion about this DJI bag. I actually caught some flack in that video. Some people were calling me out in the comments because they said I was using the bag wrong. They said I was trying to put too much stuff in the bag. So hey, I'll be the first to admit I wanted to carry what I felt that I needed in the bag and it didn't meet up to my expectations. So just take those as my opinions, and it didn't meet my needs. That's what led me to looking for another option to carry my Mavic Pro, and that's how I found this case. What kind of case or bag do you use to carry your drone in? Leave me a comment down below. Let me know. This case is from a company called My Case Builder. I'll definitely leave their website link in the description below this video. When you get to their website, you'll see they have a lot of options for cases. You can choose from several different brands, several different sizes. This particular case is a Doro waterproof case with custom cut foam. The design process is pretty simple. You choose your case and then you get to use their built-in designing app and you can completely customize the case however you want it. The really cool part is this is not just for drones. You can use this for cameras, for lenses, you can use this for guns, you can use this for basically anything that you want to put inside a case. I know, you're ready to see inside, right? Let's take a look. All right, first off, we have these latches that are really pretty good. You can hear they snap shut pretty well. They open easily. It's not like really hard. I have a Pelican case that the latches seem to latch a little bit tighter and they're harder to open. But this case is completely waterproof. I talked to the company, and even though it doesn't quite latch quite as tight, they assure me that this is 100% waterproof. And it does have the watertight seal up here at the top, so you can definitely see that. So here it is. This is it. Completely customized by me for my drone and what I wanted to carry with me. It's pretty cool. Okay, let's take a look at everything that I put in this case, and you can see kind of how it goes in, how it fits. That way, this is not just my opinion. I'll give you my final thoughts at the end, but take a look for yourself, see what you think, and hopefully this video will help you some. First off, I had to have a place for my drone to fit and fit properly. The other case, it seemed like it was breaking my gimbal cover. By the way, I have a video about this awesome gimbal cover and lock together. If you've not seen that, click the card up here. That'll take you to that video, but definitely check this gimbal cover out. Back to the case. The big spot here that's cut out is for the drone. I think that's pretty self-explanatory, but whenever you're designing this, you get to choose where you want everything. And this is the way that I laid it out. Keep in mind that you can lay it out completely different. You can have it turned different directions. You can actually have the drone fit in sideways instead of flat. So there are a ton of options that you can do with this. All right, so the drone goes in here and it goes in there quite easily. One other thing that I'd done was I had it cut with these little thumb cutouts. That way you could reach in and grab the drone pretty easily. I've done that for the drone space and also the controller space. Speaking of the controller space, one of my previous concerns was with the DJI bag, how it was holding these controller knobs and kind of sticking on that. Well, let's see how this goes in. When you put this in, press it down in there, you can see that it just barely catches. It's not near as bad as the DJI bag, but the controller knobs still actually catch on this a little bit, and That is my very first kind of downfall in this. But keep this in mind. I did pay an extra $7.99 to have basically an insurance or a fail-safe protection on this custom cut foam. That means if I wanted to send this foam back and have it recut, they would recut it for me at no extra charge. However, this was a custom shape just for the controller, so I don't know exactly how we could tweak that to make that fit better. Hopefully that's something that the company can tweak in the future with their design. That way the Mavic controller will fit just a little bit better. It's just almost too tight. There we have the Mavic and the controller, and I have one battery in the Mavic itself, but I do have an extra battery. So in this design, I actually chose battery slots, and I put 2 of them here. Whenever I finished designing it, I actually put a custom rectangular shape, and it ended up being pretty much the same size as a battery. So technically I have space for 3 batteries plus the one in the Mavic for a total of 4 batteries in this case, and could actually get some more in the other compartments if you really needed to. But the battery just slides in here. Here is one area that I wish I would have made some other changes. I think the battery compartment is a little bit too deep. I would like for the battery to stick up more. It would make it easier to grab. As you can see, it's a little bit harder to get out. I think if the battery would have been sticking up just a little bit, it still would shut completely fine, and it'd been a lot easier to get the battery. I tried making the compartment a little bit shallower because I thought of that, but it really is still too deep. But there we have it. Had the battery in there. It's not too much trouble, and I'm sure over time it'll probably loosen up just a little bit, but that's it. It's really not that big of an issue. Let's move on to the charger. If you watched that review of the DJI bag, you will know that I had issues with this cable being bent too tightly in that bag. In that video, some people pointed out that that DJI bag wasn't made to carry the charger. That may be the case, but me, myself, I needed something that I can carry the charger with me. So I designed a space in this cutout that was plenty big to carry the charger with no problem, not being too tight. So I actually just dropped my power cord down in there, and this slides in here. And as you can see, it's not very tight. It has plenty of space. Nothing to worry about there. That works perfect. This is an accessory that I added. This is something I bought off of Amazon. I'll do my best to leave the link to this also down in the description. This just allows me to use my phone in the case without having to take it off. I have used iPad with this some, but mostly I've just had my phone with me. So I didn't want to take it out of the case to slide it into the controller. So I bought this little, you can use a tablet with it or you can use a phone. It just works really great. And in that DJI bag, there was no place to really put it. I stuck it in the side of it and that worked okay. But I cut a big compartment, or I should say I designed a spot. They cut the big compartment here that allows me to put this in here. It is kind of wasted space, but I mean, I've got a lot of room that I could put other stuff in this compartment. And even though this sticks up, it still closes fine. That's no problem. So yeah, I now have a spot for my little phone holder, tablet holder, and that works great. Now we move on to this spot. This I actually just designed to hold the extra props, some extra cables, whatever I need to stick in here. I can just poke them down in that compartment. That works great. I can also take my registration card, slide my registration card down in here. There's no problem there, and yeah, I really like that. All right, so check this out. I did make one modification to this foam. It wasn't this way when it was shipped to me. After I got this, I took a knife and I cut a little slit in this foam. It's a very dense foam, so I don't think there's any problem with it weakening the structure of these compartments at all. But I cut a little slit that was just big enough to hold one of these little SD card, micro SD adapters. It'll actually slide right in there. And I didn't cut the slit too deep. That way it won't go down there and get lost. It's very easy to slide in, very easy to grab out of there. I normally have a little SD pouch that has some extra cards in it that I'll usually carry with me, but I wanted to always have one of these adapters just in case card reader's not working. It's just great to have this extra little adapter right here. So I know the spaces aren't filled up. This space down here at the bottom, this is actually large enough to hold an iPad mini. I currently don't have an iPad mini, I have an iPad Pro. However, my boys have an iPad mini and I've used it occasionally with the drone. I really like it. So I thought, well, I want to have a space. That way, if I decide to purchase an iPad mini, I'll have a place for it. So yeah, you can actually put an iPad mini in here. The lid still closes. And I like that feature as well. I have another compartment here. Actually, you could just use this to take more of these propellers. You could put propellers down in here. You can kind of use it for whatever you want. It was just some empty space there, and I thought, hey, why not at least utilize the empty space, and we'll cut something there. And that's pretty much everything that I carry with me, everything that I need with me. I just felt like I needed the extra batteries. I needed the battery charger. I like having a place to carry my phone holder, the bracket, and it's why the other case wasn't working for me. The other bag wasn't working for me. And this case holds pretty much everything that I need to take with me. Now, if you want my final thoughts on this case is a very good case. I have a Pelican case that I use for my GoPro. The Pelican case seems a little bit more rigid. It seems a little higher quality. And I guess I was thinking it was going to be closer to that. Don't get me wrong, this is very good quality. It's not quite a Pelican case. A Pelican case you can also get from my case builder. It was considerably more expensive, so I went with this option. Now, the price of this seems a little bit high for this case. I'm definitely not sponsored by my case builder. I purchased this case with my own money. That's why I think it's a little bit on the expensive side for this case. The case with the shipping, which shipping I think was $8.99. So the case with the fail-safe protection and the shipping come to $145 and some change. If you're wanting to upgrade a case, you do have to realize you're going to shell out almost $150 for this case with the custom cut foam. The good thing is, if you buy this case and you decide later that you want to use it for something besides this drone, you can actually order just the custom cut foam to go in here. You can keep the case, use it for something totally different. I could use this to carry lenses in. I could make this into my GoPro case. Whatever I wanted to, I could order some custom cut foam to go in this that would completely change it. And that's pretty cool. I ordered this case on June 26th. And on July the 7th, I got a notification that the case was finished and would be shipping soon. On July the 10th, I received the case. So 2 weeks from the time that I placed the order, I had the case here at my office, which I don't think is too bad at all. Like I said, this is a great case. It holds everything that I need it to hold. It's waterproof. It's a great case, and it's not going to let the drone get damaged. It has this soft foam up at the top. That way it doesn't damage anything that's sticking up, and that works very well. It has the polyurethane, which is more dense foam for the base, and I like that. I think it holds things better. It'll keep them from moving around more, and I just really like that combination. So there you have it, guys. I went from this $80 bag from DJI to a $145 case from my case builder. But remember, next week, I'll show you a $20 option, which works better than this bag from DJI. You don't want to miss that. So hit that subscribe button and check the little bell icon next to it. That way you'll be notified when I upload the next video for you. If you want to check out some of my other videos, click or tap up here, or maybe down there. And if you'd like to subscribe and you're not already, click my face right down below here. Go ahead, click it. Thanks for liking, commenting, and subscribing. And until next time, God bless.